Hey horse lovers, welcome back to Free Spirit Equestrian. So as you know, Beauty's DNA and color test results are in and I cannot wait to share them with you. A couple of the breeds that came up, because there's 3 total. Hi Ariel. Honestly, I was not that surprised, but then one of them totally surprised me. So what we're gonna do is groom and tack up Beauty and go for a ride, and then I'm gonna reveal to you her color and breed test results. So stay tuned. I'm just pulling her out of the pasture. Ariel, Bagheera, Ezzy's out there sleeping. Ezzy, is she sleeping? Okay, let's get you out of here. I'm gonna have to hose your legs because they're horrid, but yeah, otherwise it'll just be a nice little groom. Okay, let's go. It's a beautiful day. Now Ezzy's awake. Ezzy! She's like, whatever. Beauty, what are you doing? Are you excited to come out? She's been such a good girl. I'm excited to spend time with her, ride her, have fun. Okay, so I am going to get the hose out and hose her legs. We're at the hitching post now. And just do the best I can, because afterwards she's just gonna roll. It is drying up. We got a ton of rain, but now it's drying up. But tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So story of our life here at Free Spirit Equestrian in Michigan in the spring. But an overall Beauty update, she has been so good. I've been riding her a lot. A couple of the students have been riding her. We are planning to potentially bring her to her first show in May. So stay tuned for that. I'm still trying to figure out all the details. And you never know how a horse's first show is gonna go. They could be really chill like they are at home, or they could act completely different at the show. I don't foresee her being crazy at the show, but you just cannot have expectations until you take them and understand how they react to that environment. So yeah. Okay, let's get the hose and groom. Koa just sitting like a good boy. It's hot today, huh? It's like 75, so that's warm for April. You just like to hang out in the shade when it's hot, huh, Koa? He's a good boy. He's so cute. I just love you. He's such a good baby. Good boy, good farm dog. So a lot of people ask what breed he is. So he is a Pomsky. So he's 50% Husky, 50% Pomeranian. Don't ask me how it happened. I don't know. I did not buy him from a boutique breeder. He was a rehome. So somebody didn't want you because they're obviously dumb. No, I'm just kidding. But he's a blue merle in color. So when I saw him, I had to have him. He's the cutest puppy in the world. You don't get as much airtime, and people need to know how cool you are. My baby. Fluff butt. Fluff butt. All right, Beauty, we gotta hose your legs, okay? They're bad. I'm not gonna film this whole thing because I just want to get it done and talk to you about her results after we groom and tack up, but this is what I'm doing. And it's not gonna be perfect because like I said, it's gonna rain tomorrow, but I want to get some of these cresties off for our ride. Yeah, I hate clay. It sucks, but this is just part of it. Okay, that's much better. And I got you a big chunk of grass because you were such a good girl. Now we're gonna groom her body. I know, sorry. Good girl. There you go. Shed most her coat. I think she was clipped before the auction. So I think that's why she didn't have so much hair when she came here to begin with. Actually, I think her hair's grown. So I definitely think she was clipped. Girl. Fun part about your color is you get dirty. All right, some soft brush. I cannot believe it, but we have to use fly spray today because I am seeing them all over the horses. So this is the first time I'm using fly spray in 2024 and it's mid-April. Like, this is nuts. All right, girl. Yeah, a fly you just saw it fly by and they're like buzzing in my face. Good girl. So I put up a poll asking you what color I should try on Beauty because we're gonna ride English today for the first time. I haven't ridden her English before, and we are going with royal blue because that is what you voted for right here. I think she's gonna look stunning in royal blue, but to be honest, I feel like she can pull off any color. because of her color, which we're going to talk about what her real color actually is here very shortly. So what we're going to do is tack up, head to the outdoor arena, and I'm going to give you these results that you've been waiting for. Okay, so this is our royal blue saddle pad, and let's see what you think and how you look under English. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. She's like, I want to touch it. Okay, let's get our saddle. So we are actually gonna ride in this Baroque saddle today. And this is from DP Saddlery. This is the Ronda Deluxe. So I'm actually gonna try her in this one. It technically is English, but it's a whole different category. It's Baroque. So yeah, we're gonna see how this works. So I do have the tool to adjust it. Right now it looks okay, but we're gonna see as we ride and as I sit in it. So it might not look perfect, but once I review the video, I'll see how the saddle works and then make adjustments. So don't judge and be like, oh my gosh, the saddle, this and that, because oftentimes I'm getting new horses and riding in new saddles with them for the first time, and I have to just see what works, right? And I'm just trying to give you an authentic experience, because a lot of people will be like, the saddle, this and that, and it's like, well, I have to try it, and I don't really know until I watch the video. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's a lot of trial and error. But you are looking stunning in royal blue. So now we're gonna put on your bitless bridle and head to the outdoor arena. All right, we gotta pay the treat tax before we ride her. This is her payment. She gets it before and after, sometimes during. It's just a joke. Oh yes, that is a yummy one. I know I gave you a very high reward treat because you're just so amazing and you deserve it, obviously. Okay, so Beauty is looking beautiful, obviously. Look at you in royal blue. I think this was a really good color request. I mean, she just looks like royalty, and she looks very, what is the word? She just looks so, it's beyond elegant. I don't know, I can't think of the right word, but she just looks stunning. So she is wearing our silver traditional bitless bridle with our royal blue snap out brow band. And like I said, she's in the DP Baroque saddle. So we'll see how we like this today. Now, the only difference really when it comes to the horse getting used to English is obviously there's flaps, the saddle is different, of course, but the irons is the biggest part. They feel a lot different, the stirrups, than a Western one. So we're just gonna walk her around once we start with the stirrups down, just to make sure she doesn't care. And I also wanna say, just for people out there who are learning or starting to train horses, just because a horse is chill doesn't mean you should just assume they're gonna be chill with everything, right? Like, I'm not just gonna hop on her with these stirrups. I'm gonna walk her around and see how she's responding to them touching her sides, okay? So basically, don't become complacent, okay? That's a safety thing. All right, horse lovers, the moment you've all been waiting for. I have kept you waiting long enough. So we are going to talk about and reveal Beauty's color and then DNA test results right now. So let's start with her color. Any last guesses? Put them in the comments below. I'm really curious. It's kind of obvious what one of her colors is, but you can only know a horse's true base color and color if you test them. Okay, so you send in hair samples, which we've done. And yep, now you're gonna know. So Beauty's color, her actual color, is a gray Tobiano. So what that means is her color is gray, so she has the gray variant, and she has the Tobiano pattern. So I'm gonna show you the actual results, and we're gonna talk more about that and her base color. You can see Beauty's color test results at the very top. So she has one copy of the heterozygous agouti gene. So that is essentially something she could pass off to her offspring. I'm not going to be breeding her. That is not what I do. But yeah, so just so you understand that aspect of it. And then she doesn't have champagne, cream. You can see all of that. She does have a positive mutation for the gray gene. And then she is heterozygous for the red-black factor. So it says horse is black-based and carries a copy of the red gene. Horse will appear black-based and can produce red-based colors. But once again, she has the gray mutation, and that's why she looks different than black. Then we go down to her pattern results, and she did test positive for the Tobiano pattern. So you can see that she has that pattern in real life, and she would be able to potentially pass this off to her offspring. So it is very interesting. I absolutely love doing the color test and the DNA test as well. So you can see everything right here. Okay, now you know her actual color, so the gray Tobiano, but for the most exciting part, and what you've really been waiting for, is her DNA ancestry breed results. Now, I want to preface with saying these are not 100% accurate, but they give us a ballpark idea because she's not registered. We don't really know her breeding history or anything like that, okay? So I'm about to reveal them to you right now. I'm actually going to go backwards when I talk about them. So I use Texas A&M for her results, and it gives you 3 breeds that she most likely consists of. So I'm going to start with the third, which is like the least likely, but you know what I'm saying. So the third, second, and then first. So that's how I'm going to announce them. And I think number 1, the last one I'm going to talk about, is going to really surprise you. I was definitely surprised. Like the other 2 I kind of guessed, but like not the exact breed, but the realm. So this one's super interesting. Okay, so starting with number 3, her third breed that was on her DNA ancestry result list is a mountain pleasure horse. So that is a gaited breed that was developed in the Appalachian Mountains, Appalachia, however you want to say it. I know there's that debacle, but whatever. So it is a gaited breed. So I had said in other videos, the way her head looks and it's shaped and just her conformation and her demeanor was the biggest thing, and how she's so smooth, okay, to ride. Now she's not gaited, okay, I want to say that she doesn't actually gait. And I think that's because she is like some sort of cross, some sort of gaited cross. So she doesn't actually gait. However, she has all of the wonderful characteristics that gaited horses have, minus the actual gait, okay? And if you don't know what gaited is, I just recommend like researching it. I've talked about it in other videos and linked articles and videos, but just go check it out for yourself because I want you to understand it. But yeah, so that is number 3. Number 2 is a Peruvian Paso. So basically Paso Fino, which is another gaited breed. So I knew it. I knew she had some type of gaited in her. And honestly, that explains why she's so chill and calm, because a lot of these spotted saddle horses and mountain pleasure horses, they just have these super fantastic demeanors. Like Arlo and Zazu are my other 2 horses that are gaited, and they're actually gaited. They are spotted saddle horses, and they just are so sweet and safe. So now it kind of makes sense to me. And then the way she kind of just moves, like I said, she doesn't gait, but she has a slightly different movement, and it's so smooth. I knew it. I just knew it. And she's just gorgeous. Also, I do want to say that Peruvian Pasos and Paso Finos aren't the exact same. The Paso Finos are typically smaller and more narrow, and they don't always inherit those gaited genes from their parents, okay? However, they are very similar. So just FYI, I know they're different. Okay. Now for the last one, but the first one that was on the list, and this one is crazy. And again, take these results with a grain of salt, but it's just fun to do and gives us some idea. This one I did not expect. So Beauty's number 1 breed, according to this test, is a Akau Teki, which is absolutely crazy. So they are a very beautiful, rare, metallic-like horse. I will put an article talking about them in the description because that is just incredible. So random, but they're known for their refinement, their endurance, their, like I said, metallic coats, and their beauty. So literally Beauty is basically what describes that breed. And Beauty's name is Beauty. So there you have it. Those are the 3 breeds that came up in her results, which is just so fascinating. So basically you're just super cool, and it doesn't matter what you are because we already knew she was awesome. It's really hot, so I mean, it's not really hot, but it's like 76 and sunny, so you're napping. But we got to go for a ride and try out this DP saddle on her. So let's see how that goes. And yeah, we're going to have fun. So I just hope you find that fascinating. I always think it's really fun when we don't know their history to do the DNA test results because you just don't know what's going to come back. So let me know what you think in the comments. We're gonna walk around and make sure that she's okay with the stirrups touching her sides. So far, and they kind of make some clanking noises too. So again, it's just important to make sure if you're trying it for the first time English that they're used to the irons. So far, she does not seem to care. And that's typically, you know, what I think about her. Like she's not really gonna care about much, but you just don't wanna assume that. You look so cute. Good, because you could lose your stirrup or drop your stirrups and the horse might react to that, right? Like our foot is in the stirrup, which usually keeps them still. But what if you lose it and the horse, you know, isn't used to a loose iron touching their side? I mean, that can be scary and clanky. She's like, what are we doing just walking around? This is dumb. You're so cute. Okay, we walked around for a bit. The conclusion is she doesn't care. So I'm gonna get my helmet on. We're gonna go for a ride. I just realized Our mounting block is royal blue too. Yes, for the win. She's like, you're all hyper and I'm trying to sleep. Okay. All right, get my stirrups. Ooh, nice. Very cool. Okay, feel the gullet. Okay, right now it feels pretty good. I might make it a smidge wider next ride, but we'll see how she looks in it under saddle. Now, a reminder, this is still a new saddle. I need to ride in it more. I rode in it a couple times this winter, but now that it's nice out, I'm gonna be putting a lot more miles on it, so it really needs to settle in still, and it takes quite a few rides to break in these saddles. Feels comfy. We'll see if I need to adjust my stirrups at all. You're not eating grass, sorry. We'll eat some after. In the next 1 to 3 weeks, we'll be opening up the pastures. So the horses will have a lot more space, and that's always exciting. You have to let the grass grow long enough, number one, so that they have enough grass for the season, which is usually end of April, May, all the way up until end of October, early November. And also, if the grass is super short, it's very, very high in sugar content. So you have to be careful with that, because some of the horses on this spring grass could get laminitis. They could become insulin resistant, basically diabetics, okay? They could be like develop diabetes horse version. So you need to be very conscientious of that, and you have to start them slow. So, I mean, the pastures look wonderful, but the grass isn't quite long enough yet. Good girl. Beauty has just been an absolute blessing to Free Spirit Equestrian. I have thoroughly enjoyed working with her and riding her. And like I said, she's going to be going into the program with some of my more advanced students. She's very safe. I mean, I feel like pretty much anybody could ride her, but she is younger, right? She's 4 coming 5, so she's almost 5 years old. She's basically the same age as Mushu. So I'm not going to have her in heavy work, but I also think it's good to have some other people riding her just like Mushu. And then once she's a little older, she'll do more. But for now, just flat work, pulls, trail rides. And again, we're going to do some shows hopefully. So those are our current goals. All right, now we're going the other way. Yes, you just want to keep sneaking grass, girl. No, not right now. You know I let you graze after, but it is very tempting. So it's like a salad bar. So I can't really get mad. Okay, we got Kyle here now. Woohoo. So he's going to film our ride. Go up. Out. I think there is so much flocking in the back of the saddle, and because it's so new, I'm actually going to pull flocking out of it so it doesn't lift up in the back. The saddle feels really good on Beauty otherwise, and she seems to be responding well. So I'm happy. It's a comfortable saddle, and I just think it's really unique and beautiful too. Beauty likes to slow down or stop in the middle, and I just want to canter her more in the center so that she understands, like, hey, we don't just rest in the middle. We also canter and work here, but we also rest on the rail too. Okay, we took a little walk break, and now we're going to canter this direction. Beauty's canter is so smooth. I could literally canter her all day long. And the saddle feels really great at the canter, so I'm happy with that. I think this will definitely be an option for her. I did order her a Western saddle as well. It will arrive in May. It's a trail saddle, so I can't wait till it comes in, but it was on back order. Also, horse lovers, today I am wearing my red Roan lipstick. So I haven't worn this one for a while. I know a lot of you like the more neutral colors and you don't like the bold colors on me, but I happen to love them. So if you're looking for a gorgeous red, the red Roan is for you. You can check it out in the Spirited Horse Boutique. And I'm also wearing our Bridle Up bronzer. So if you want to support Free Spirit Equestrian, the best way to do that is to order something off the Spirited Horse Boutique. We have equestrian themed makeup and bitless bridles, and we have more coming. So make sure you look, and I appreciate all of your support. Thanks, horse lovers. I have another really fun announcement. This is amazing. So I actually did my first podcast ever. I was invited on one, and I was invited by the Cypress Room to do this podcast. And guess what? The podcast goes live on Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Time. It was really fun to do. They talk a lot about business and women entrepreneurs and just like basically creating a business out of your lifestyle and essentially being able to sustain from that. So it was awesome. I was a little nervous to do it, but I'm so glad I did because it was so fun and they were fantastic to talk to. And I honestly enjoy their podcast. They just started their podcast. It's on Spotify. It's on their YouTube channel. So I will link that in the comments and the description. I'm also going to show you a little clip from it right here. But yeah, it was really, really fun. And I hope that you take a listen.
I'd love to hear more about like just kind of overarching like your mission and core principles that you keep in mind when you're creating content, when you're doing all of your stuff for all of your businesses, and what that kind of mission is for you and your business.
Yes. So we've talked a lot about the business side of things and sort of more, you know, the story behind it. But my actual mission at Free Spirit Equestrian is to find horses in need from all walks of life and work with them for 1 to 5 years and then eventually rehome them. And I do this because it's not a rescue, right? Rescues are getting rescue horses and oftentimes they're super emaciated or they need rehab. And once in a while I will take in a horse like that, but I'm not a nonprofit. I do not take donations in order to fund my horses. It is all self-funded. And that is true to my core. So I do this because there are so many horses out there that may not be in a great situation, or maybe they are in a great situation, but they just need more miles or more experience, or they need a lot of training. And I work with them and then eventually rehome them to a perfect family or home so that I can help the next horse. So that is my actual whole entire purpose of what I do. And that's why on the channel, you see a lot of, you know, my daily life, but a lot of the training and the horse's story. So it's all about the horse. And I stay true to that. And, you know, there's been a lot of situations that have come up where it's like, sometimes, you know, you want to lean towards this or that. But at the end of the day, I'm always sticking to my mission and my values. I really want them to get some traffic to their page because they are just really good people. And I think what they're doing is inspiring, and they're sending a lot of fantastic messages to entrepreneurs out there, especially women. And I think that is definitely needed in today's society. So please support them. They are wonderful. Check out their YouTube, subscribe to their channel, listen to their podcast, follow them on Spotify. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. All right, horse lovers, I really hope that you enjoyed hearing about Beauty's color and DNA ancestry results. It was definitely fascinating. And like I said, it's always fun to do. I think she looks great in the royal blue, so great choice there. And yeah, we had fun. I like the saddle on her. I think I need to take out some of the flocking in the back. I think that's why it pops up, because it's new. So I'll ride in it, take some flocking out, get the saddle broken in, and then I can add flocking later. So it's flocked with wool. So if you like Free Spirit Equestrian, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything Free Spirit Equestrian or any updates, because we have a lot of fun things coming up and a lot of great videos planned, okay? So check them out. I'll see you next time. Bye.